Besides from being an atheist, I'm a member of the Unitarian Universalist Secular Society is what I call it. I'm comfortable with calling it a secular society. I'm part of the Schuylkill County branch. And I know there's atheists out there who think, how can you be a spiritual atheist? You know, atheists don't believe in a supernatural look. I don't believe in anything supernatural. I don't believe in the power of prayer. I really don't think the power of prayer works. I think if somebody wants to quit being an alcoholic, it doesn't take prayer. It doesn't take Alcoholics Anonymous. It takes sheer will. It takes willpower to not take a sip of alcohol. It takes willpower not to smoke another cigarette. It takes willpower not to jerk off if you're a porn addict. It takes sheer fucking willpower. And even though I'm an atheist, even though I have no belief in no gods whatsoever, there's moments where I think, you know, it would be nice if there were some type of all-loving, powerful human being watching over everybody, regardless of race, sexual orientation, regardless of where people live. It would be nice if there was a superior being like that. There's moments where I think that would honestly be nice. If there was a superior being who gave everybody the right to a roof over their head, clothes to wear, a warm shower every day, food on the plate. It would really be nice if there was such a powerful being like that. Because it would be nice because honestly, I think it would be nice because in times like these, we really do need someone who's all loving and all powerful and can tell you things are going to be okay. It would be nice to have someone like that, but you know what? We made that person up. We made God up. I know people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. We made God up because we didn't know. How the universe was until science came along, but that's not the point in this video. The point of this video is that, and I've been holding this off because I didn't know how to talk about it. The shooting in South Carolina, the church. Look, a 21-year-old white man shoots 9 people, killing 6 women and 3 men who just happen to be black at this all-black church that's been a part of South Carolina since after the Civil War. And you have Fox News who said they would have survived if they had guns. You know what? Fox News is a problem. They are the equivalent to the fear-creating news stations of religious extremist Islam. They're the equivalent to that. Bill Maher chastised Fox News. It says fear-provoking right-wing propaganda media and Fox News are a cause to this, which I agree. It is the cause to that. And Jon Stewart put it in such a way on the show. If you have not seen it, look it up on YouTube. He did no jokes that night, Thursday night. He did no jokes whatsoever. He spoke the truth. It was a terrorist attack. It happened on our soil. But you know, that's what we do in America. We do jack shit. We really do jack shit. While Fox is saying, oh, they would have been safer if they had their own guns, but you have MSNBC, who's supposed to be the reasonable liberal station, and you have them saying, it's a tragic event, but we'll get over it, and we'll fight the good fight. No. You know what we do? We stand up and say, we're not going to take this fucking shit anymore. We have to march the streets. We have to march the streets for safer gun regulation. You know why? Because more innocent blood's going to be shed. And that's not the only problem I have with. I have a problem with these people who think the Confederate flag is fucking racist. There's black and white issues in this country. Not all, but there are some black and white issues. This incident that happened in South Carolina, that's a black and white issue. The Confederate flag, that's a fucking black and white issue. Okay? In South Carolina, particularly in the black neighborhoods, there's streets named after Confederate generals who wanted slavery. That's fucking racist. The Confederate flag in general is fucking racist because it represents a time when slavery was deemed okay and civil and socially acceptable. Slavery was an unforgivable mistake that America made. And I put this on my Facebook, that this is why I stand by, because the Confederate flag is fucking racist. I don't give a shit what anyone else says. If they disagree with me, I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck if people disagree with me, because the Confederate flag is fucking racist. This is why I put on my Facebook. If you don't think the Confederate flag is racist, then I guess you don't think slavery was an unforgivable mistake America made. If you don't think the Confederate flag is racist, then I guess you probably think the majority of black people being arrested for driving a nice car is okay. If you don't think the Confederate flag is racist, then when there is another church, school, or common area shootings of minorities, I'm assuming you think it's a part of the American dream. Wake the fuck up. This was a terrorist attack on our own land. Fox News and fear-creating right-wing propaganda is to blame just as much as the motherfucker who committed this crime. I stand by that. You know why? Because it's true. These are one of the scenarios, and my mom had a baby boy today. Now I have a younger, I have a baby sister and a baby brother. But these are one of the situations where my mom would say, you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. I don't agree with that statement, because when you speak the truth, people should hear the truth, and people shouldn't be afraid of hearing the truth. If people are afraid of hearing the truth, there's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with them. They don't want to know the truth. They don't want to live in the reality. Well, the reality is this. America is not the greatest country anymore. America does some shit that we should be fucking ashamed of. There are some things that we should be ashamed of our own country. And I know I'm just ranting at this point, but you know what? You know what America should be ashamed of? Not taking care of its veterans. Sending veterans to war, even though we vote these motherfuckers in office who say, oh, your health and your help is an expense we cannot afford. Then if you have enough fucking money for war, you should have enough fucking money to help the veterans who fight this fucking useless war. You know what I'm also ashamed of America when it comes to certain things? How every year on 9/11, people have to post pictures of the Twin Towers falling and all that. You know what? It's been years. Move on. Move on. And you know why I'm ashamed of America keep posting pictures of 9/11? Because there are grieving family members who do not want to see pictures of the Twin Towers falling. And people still post it online because People are under the assumption that's the way of remembering it. No! You know what the way of remembering 9/11 is? Remembering that it happened and moving on with your life. That's exactly how to remember it. And there are people trying to get over the death of their loved ones, and they can't do it because people have to post pictures of the Twin Towers falling. That's a shameful thing that America does. Keep reminding people of how your loved ones die. You know how cold that is? That's if a guy in the military, man or woman dies in the military, and you take a picture of that casket and you post it on social media every anniversary. You know how fucking cold that is? People want to remember their loved ones for who they were and what they did to make their lives better or someone else's lives better. They don't want to be reminded of how they died. Because it hurts worse and worse each time. Good night. And you know what? Another shameful thing that we do in this country is we justify horrible shit in this country. We justify horrible shit. For example, when Sandy Hook happened, that was also a terrorist attack. But people justify the shooter. They said, oh well, he had mental problems, he could have got help. You know what? When it comes to shit like that, it doesn't fucking matter if the shooter had mental problems or not. The crime was unforgivable, and liberals, I identify as a social democrat, but when it comes to these situations, liberals, you know what? Wake up. Wake up. Don't defend with the whole, oh, he had mental problems and all that. While it's true in this country that people with mental problems aren't taken care of well, and I agree to a certain point that needs to change, but when it comes to mass shootings and when children have died, we have to focus on safer gun regulation, not if the shooter had mental problems or not. Because at that point, the kids die in vain. In any other situations, if a shooter has mental problems or not, those people have died in vain. Hell, they shouldn't have died altogether. You know why I'm so pissed off? And I've been bottling up my emotions for a while now. You know why I'm so pissed off at some of the things we do in this country? Because America is not home of land of the free and home of the brave. Quite the fucking opposite. America is home of the people who don't seem to notice and who don't seem to fucking care. Both sides are a problem. Liberals and conservatives. Conservatives are not fucking humane whatsoever. They love their guns. They love their Confederate flag. They love fucking themselves over. They love fucking the poor over. I know not all conservatives, but the majority of these Tea Party fucking assholes are a problem. They're the Nazis. They get their news from Fox News. Fox News is Adolf Hitler. I'm sorry, but it is. Fox News calls for almost a mass genocide every day of people they don't agree with. And they're out for the liberals every fucking time. Because liberals are reasonable. But hold on. I'll explain to you why liberals are also a problem. Liberals are also a problem. Because liberals pussyfoot around fucking everything. Everything. and don't call out the people who cause a fucking problem. Only certain liberals call people out who cause a fucking problem. Rachel Maddow was one, and I respect her tremendously for that. Al Sharpton is another. I know he is a rebel rouser sometimes, but you know what? He talks about issues that black Americans face with every day, in every way, and he talks about the prejudices and the racism black people suffer every day. And he talks about every day until it gets into every liberal's head and every conservative's head that we need to wake up and do something about it, not when a shooting happens, but now, in this day and age. And all the prejudices and all the racism that minorities, not just black people, but Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, and so forth, the prejudices and racism that they face every day needs to end now. Not when something tragic happens, but now. This is the time we stand up and say, you know what? We're not going to let these fear-provoking assholes, and we're not going to let these Tea Party murderers ruin America. We have to stand up and say, we're not going to let these people ruin our country. And I'm not talking about just the white man, but I'm talking about the black man, the Hispanic man, and so forth. All races and creeds and genders of all sexual orientations should stand up and say, we're not going to let these Tea Party, right-wing, Fox News-loving, gun-loving, Confederate flag-loving, racist street-loving motherfuckers ruin this country. Stand up and say, we are going to make this country peaceful. But you know what? That's a pipe dream. You know why? Because people are probably going to watch this video and say, yeah, I agree with everything you're saying, and not do anything about it. You know, I'm going to do something about it. I really am. In some way, in some small effort, I'm going to do something about it, and I think you should too. If you're a subscriber to my channel or not, send this video to everyone, including your local politician if you want to, so they can understand that we're pissed off. See you.